The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a steel cage match. Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, George the Animal Steele.
I'm not even sure the cage can contain this man.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, Peter Maivia.
Always a chaotic matchup.
His opponent from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Steele had better keep an eye on Maivia because Maivia is a true brawler. Few men can handle the chaos of the animal inside a steel cage, but I believe the High Chief is ready.
High Chief Peter Maivia taking on George the Animal Steele in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the animal. Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain them. When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steele often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature. But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty. Boom! That was a vicious display. You can almost see the disdain in their eyes. Just punishing their opponent. Side headlock takeover, nicely done. Wow. Really wrenching it. The animal has to be elated to be in this steel cage against one of his biggest rivals, no less.
Yeah, Byron, we've seen the animal brandish a weapon against Peter Maivia before when it was against the rules. The High Chief better be prepared for Steele to get even crazier.
Oh, Maivia's prepared all right. The man is extremely tough and agile. In fact, the High Chief's entire body can be considered a weapon. So much torque on the knee and ankle. Take it over! Going for the win here.
Turns the tables, shoulders down. And he doesn't let the pin last long at all.
He is still very much in this. Lariat! Good Lord, that was nasty.
George the Animal Steele is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the animal. But you know who might be a better brawler, guys? The High Chief Peter Maivia. And when you consider that Maivia is also an excellent high flyer and a great technician, well, you can see why the High Chief...
Position in top rope, heading up there. This is not going to be good.
Could be catastrophic. Superplex! Man.
Maivia overwhelming his opponent here.
Yeah, and Maivia has really figured the animal out here.
Ah, look at this, just cranking it out. Ooh.
Just cranking the head.
The High Chief
Perched up top. Oh, gosh. That looked like a bad landing.
What a counter by Peter Maivia.
Took him out at the knee.
You have to admit, that was a smart bit of offense, cutting their opponent down to size like that. He's completely dominant right now, refusing to let up.
And you can see Steele is struggling to weather the storm of the High Chief.
Ah, there's a headbutt. Stomping away, and then the knee right into the throat.
Just ruthless.
That showed a complete lack of respect for your competition and for our sport. Ooh, avoided the attack with a nasty chop block. Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steele as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at the sculpted physique of the High Chief. And the tribal tattoos on his body are extremely intricate and definitely eye-catching. And Steele is, well, he's an ugly creature. Enough hair on his upper torso to classify as fur. Folds in his bald head. He's like a modern-day Neanderthal. Pulled back into the hip toss.
George the Animal Steele might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost a match by countout. Double leg takedown. Gonna stack them up here.
Shoulder pin. Oh, turning the pin around.
No idea what he's planning here.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything good, Cole.
Running power slam. Oh, an overhead chop. Momentum is all with Maivia now.
And I don't see Peter Maivia slowing down anytime soon.
Headbutt.
Nothing fancy there. Oh.
No.
He is donning the crimson mask.
What a callous attack.
What a headbutt. Vicious.
Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian, and the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But guys, how has he earned the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole. Peter Maivia is very close to the Anawai family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan. When you add on the fact that Maivia was born and raised in Samoa, you can see the great pride he has for that land and its people in the tribal ink that covers his body. And George is caught. Oh, that might have just broken something. And George is laid out.
And the cover. No, he beats the count.
Wow, looks like this book has a couple more chapters in it. We might be seeing a whole saga written tonight.
That was a golden opportunity to end things. Now he's got a...
He wants it one more time. Into a backbreaker. Does Peter Maivia have this sewn up?
And he has started to ascend the cage wall now.
Taking it step by step, climbing onwards and upwards.
At last, he's climbed to the top of the steel cage. Victory could be close at hand, but first he's got to get himself over the top of the cage.
And now the climb down could be as tough as the climb up for him.
And the High Chief defeats the Animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia!
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory